starting high school or how to end up in hell with a backpack. You know what's the worst part about high school? Everyone keeps telling you it's a fresh start. Like suddenly you can be whoever you want. But nobody warns you that this fresh start feels more like diving headfirst into a pool and not even knowing if there's water in it. First day, man, I walk into school and it's like I stumbled into some weird sitcom that nobody edited. The hallway's packed with people who look like they've been in college for 3 semesters already. And then there's me with a backpack my mum got on sale at some outlet and a towel dried hairstyle because the hairdryer blew up, looking like the little brother who just came to borrow a notebook. And honestly, I don't know how it happens, but high school is the only place where on one side of the classroom there's a dude who barely outgrew SpongeBob cartoons, and on the other side sits some guy with a beard who looks like he has 3 kids and a LinkedIn profile. And the worst, the guys pretending to be grown-ups. They hang out by the energy drink machine, talk about relationships and group projects, then go home and play Fortnite till 4 a.m. But back to the story. First class, biology. I walk in and immediately know it's going to be rough because the teacher looks like someone who's long accepted that his life is just explaining what a mitochondrion is over and over again. He says, pair up. Before I can even look for someone who's less scary than the rest of the class, I hear like, hey, newbie, with me. I turn around and see this guy who looks like he spends his nights training MMA. Seriously, arms like kayaks, a tattoo on his shoulder, which I'm pretty sure he wasn't old enough to have, and a stare like a pit bull on a diet. I sit next to him. Silence. He's looking at his notebook. I'm looking at mine. He writes something. I pretend to write something. After 5 minutes, he asks, got anything to eat? I pull out a protein bar my mom shoved in my backpack, just in case. He grabs it, eats it, says cool, and that's it. And that's how my weird, quiet friendship with the biggest weirdo in class started. Me, the random kid too scared to ask where the lockers are, and him, the dude everyone acts like is 2 years away from the army. The cafeteria, aka the main arena break time. I walk into the cafeteria. You can instantly tell who's in charge and who's barely surviving. You've got the sports guys, but you're sitting together like they're a mafia family, whole table to themselves, just missing a field to rule. Then there's the crew who know every TikTok meme, eating lunch and dancing at the same time. Somewhere in the corner is the emo squad, all black clothes, zero expression, playing cards or reading weird books. And then the board game club, talking about dragons and rolling their own dice. And me, with a tray holding some suspicious pizza, a salad that looks like grass, and juice that was supposed to be orange but tastes like windshield cleaner. I look for a seat, everyone's taken. I sit at an empty table, classic move, just about to pull out my phone and pretend to check the weather for next week when a guy comes over. Long hair, band t-shirt nobody's heard of, laptop plastered with stickers I don't get. He sits down next to me and says, hey, new, right? I'm like, yeah, kinda. Don't worry. I sat alone here once too. Now I've got 3 friends. 3. He says it like he just graduated or something. A bit later, another dude joins. Looks like he's spent the last 3 nights on Discord. Zero eye contact, but he goes, you guys got Wi-Fi. Mine keeps cutting out again. And just like that, somehow, I ended up at the weirdest, most chill table in the whole school. They weren't popular, they weren't cool, but at least nobody judged me for eating pizza with a knife and fork. You know what's even more awkward than the first day of school? The first party with people you barely know. I have no idea who thought it was a good idea to throw house parties at an age when we still can't tell deodorant from perfume, but someone did. And of course, everyone showed up. Well, not everyone, but enough people so that the news about the party spread through the school like gossip about someone fainting during gym class. I didn't even know I was invited until Jaden, the guy known for GTA and Apocalypse-style eating, dropped, hey dude, party at Brian's tonight, come through, it's gonna be loud. When he said loud, I thought that meant soda and Nintendo, but apparently for him, it meant JBL speakers blasting. Like 30 people crammed into a living room, and someone trying to make smoke with cotton balls. Before I could think twice, I was on the guest list. Not an official one or anything. Just Jaden telling some Brian lookalike, he's coming too, and that was that. That's how things get done apparently. Party day. I'm sitting at home. Mom asks, are you going anywhere tonight? Me. Kind of. A class thing. Like a hangout. Mom. With who? Me. Brian? Which Brian? You know, the one with the house. Somehow that worked. She just said, Be careful. And don't be the first to throw up. No pressure, Mom. Really. Evening. Outside the house. I pull up to this place that looks like a Disney movie set, except the parents are gone and the kids turned the kitchen into a chemistry lab. Strobe lights flashing from the windows, Spotify blasting on a speaker with more bass than my life had meaning at that moment. I walk in, first thing I hear, "Take your shoes off or you'll die!" Someone left a sign by the door. "No shoes! Seriously!" Like that was going to save the carpet from its fate. Spoiler, it didn't. People everywhere. On the couch, on the floor, at tables, even on tables. One dude was lying in the bathtub with a bag of chips. No idea if it was a joke or he just got lost. I spot Ashley. Yeah, that Ashley. Obviously the center of attention, wearing a dress that looked like it was ripped straight from some app we don't even have yet. She's holding a cup with something that looked like pool water and talking to a guy wearing sunglasses inside at night. Me with a bottle of cola and I'm only here for a minute face and standing by the fridge because it was the only place with fresh air. Then Brian, the chaos organizer, he appears out of nowhere. One hand's holding a plastic lightsaber, the other a pineapple pizza, and he goes, "Yo, you made it," like we were buddies or something. I just nodded. "Brian, want to join the dance contest?" Me, "Dance contest? What?" "Don't ask. Ashley's the judge. Winner picks the after party song." And now listen. I had two choices. Disappear like a ninja and get home with some dignity, or jump into a dance contest I didn't understand, surrounded by people I didn't know. Guess what I did? Of course the second. Because hormones. Because stupidity. Because YOLO, as Jaden said before face planting on the couch cushions. I stepped into the middle. The music started, something between techno and a blender starting up. I wasn't dancing, I was fighting for my life, spinning like I was trying to put out a fire someone set on my back. Ashley was watching, people were laughing, but I had no clue if it was with me or at me. Honestly, it didn't matter. After 20 seconds, I was sweaty, embarrassed, and decided this was the first and last time I'd ever show up to a party without a solid escape plan. Next day in the morning, I got a message. "Yo, you were a legend last night." No idea who it was from. Number wasn't saved. But honestly, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought, or maybe it was, but at least I wasn't the first one to puke. That title went to the guy with the lightsaber. Yeah, Brian, I'm going to tell you something nobody says out loud, but everyone feels. Going to school is like playing a two-character game. In one role, you're Ciclo, school you. Kind of normal, but really just a demo version of yourself you turn on to avoid dying socially. And in the other role, the real you, the one who stays up late, eats microwave meals, and has playlists for every possible life situation, including Home Alone and It's Raining. Everyone at school is playing a part. Example, there's this guy in my class, let's call him Carter, who always looks like he stepped out of a clothing ad. Hair better done than models at a fashion show, nails cleaner than his past, shoes wider than a brand new hospital wall. He talks smooth, always knows what to say, always gets laughs at jokes that honestly aren't that funny. Everyone's convinced he's some golden boy straight from TikTok. Then I see him after school. Dude's playing Minecraft with his little brother, yelling into his headset like it's life or death, wearing old sweatpants, a hoodie with a ketchup stain, screaming, "Leave my diamonds alone, you little noob!" And that's when I got it. Well, we're all faking it. I had my own demo version too. At school, I sit quiet, only speak when asked. I try not to be too funny, too weird, too anything, because one wrong move and you're that guy. Nobody wants that. Then I get home, throw my backpack down, put on headphones, blast music loud enough for the neighbors to learn the lyrics, and scroll YouTube shorts for 2 hours with zero purpose. Sometimes I reply to someone on Snapchat. Sometimes I drop some dumb line to Ashley, who never answers. Sometimes I chat with Jaden about why school is basically prison, just with a better cafeteria. That's how it works. 7 hours pretending to be a stable version of yourself, then the rest of the day trying to piece together the real you from memes, lonely playlists, and 4 missed notifications. The math fail, aka the moment the world ended. It was Wednesday. The math teacher, the kind who knows everyone hates her but doesn't care, writes a problem on the board and says, "Who wants to solve this up here?" Silence, like everyone died at the same time, and then for some reason she points at me barely scraping by in algebra, head full of TV show snippets and hatred for fractions, walking up to the board. My heart's pounding like I'm about to confess love in front of the whole school. I stand there, look at the problem, and try to figure out if it's math or some weird elvish language. In the background, I hear whispers. Isn't that the guy who danced at the party? Yeah, the one with the cola and drama. Great, no more anonymity. After 30 seconds of waving the marker around and making faces like I got this, the teacher goes to not bad, but wrong, and sends me back to my seat. I return feeling like I just made my brain an open joke book. But Jaden leans over and says, "Hey, at least you didn't faint. Small wins are still wins, right?" Snaps and messages. The digital drama. After class, as usual, I grab my phone, open Snapchat, one message from Ashley, I open it. Just a question mark, I don't know if it means, what are you even doing? Why'd you send me a picture of your toaster? Or just a random accidental tap. But I read it like I just got a hey smiley face from the crush you've been crushing on for 2 semesters. Classic heart glitch, and here's the problem. At school, we pretend we don't know each other. On our phones, we text like we're a couple in a Netflix drama. Does it make sense? Nope. Will we stop? Also, nope. And so the days go by. School, mask on. After school, chaos, fails, snaps, missed looks, weird looks, way too many looks. And somewhere in the background, homework no one did anyway.